I haven't really done any other powerlifting or like bodybuilding competitions. The only thing that kind of tested myself was 75 hard. I was doing my 2 workouts a day. I was running, I was eating clean. But then my friend had a birthday party on a yacht where there was an open bar, and then I told myself I wasn't gonna drink, but then saw the open bar and free drinks and immediately folded. And so I wasn't able to prove anything to myself there. If anything, it kind of caused more self-doubt. My coach is actually the one who inspired me. My friend Brandon / Coach Brandon. Bye. I was seeing his progress because I've been training with him since freshman year, and we were always like relatively the same strength, but then his numbers just shot up, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But also then I can't talk shit to him anymore, so it's a little unfortunate.
I mean, I've been doing it for a lot longer than him, and I don't want to like completely shit on this guy, but to be honest, there's no competition. Like, this guy's not catching up to me. I think we first met, funny enough, at like a 24.
Hey, saw you across the gym. Not him.
From there, we kind of just hung out a lot, went to the gym a lot, and that progressed into a lot of different things. Pause, not like that, but I do think I am responsible for like his performance, but I think ultimately, like, at the end of the day, his performance is gonna reflect all the work he's put through. I just told Anton, yo, just try to beat me. At this point, it's kind of like just shoot for the stars, and whatever we get on meet is whatever we're gonna get.
I do feel pressure to not let him down, just because everything that he's doing for me throughout this whole meet prep is on his own goodwill, pretty much. He didn't ask me for any money. He didn't ask me to buy food or anything. He just expects like a lot out of me, and in return, you know, he's just helping me a lot. So I think that I do feel a big pressure to stay consistent, lift the most amount I can, and just make him proud, pretty much, as my coach and friend. For squat, I really had a lot of problems with my heels elevating on the squat and my bar path not being straight. I've fixed it a little bit now, but once the weight gets a little heavy, I do also think that my confidence goes down with squat because the weight is literally on your back. So it's a little more scary. So I think I get in my head a lot for squat. Moving back home and starting to work a full job might be pretty tough, because right now all I'm really focusing on is working out. So it's a lot easier to get my days in, I guess. I honestly think that first month is going to be a pretty hard adjustment, but that first month is the last month of prep. So I'm kind of nervous because the timelines don't really line up too well. My meet is May 3rd, so April I was planning on going completely sober, so no drinking at all.
Do I think Anton can stop drinking? I want to say no, but it is his like last month of prep, so I hope that he could, like, you know, take a step back a little bit and not go like OD crazy, but I believe in him. If you asked me like 3 months ago, I would say for sure no. One word to describe Anton, he's pretty gay. He's alcoholic, weak as fuck. No, I'm just kidding. One word to describe him. I don't know, it's pretty hard to put in one word, but I would say he's very, very motivated. Yeah.
All right, future Anton on competition day. Probably gonna have a lot of people there watching you, so don't fuck up, don't be a bitch. But if you do good, then you'll get rewarded with alcohol after, so that'll be cool. So do good. Feeling pretty good. Had a couple beers before this workout, so powered by some carbs, you know.
I invented sweat, popping bottles, putting supermodels in a cab. Proof. I guess I got my swagger back. Truth, new watch alert, Hublots, or the big face rollie, I got 2 of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Cut back, snap back, see my cut through the holes.
Damn, Easy and Hov, where the hell you been? Niggas talking real reckless, stunt man. I adopted these niggas, Philip drumming in. Now I'm about to make them tuck they whole summer in. They say I'm crazy, well I'm about to go dumb again. They ain't see me cause I pulled up in my other bins. Last week I was in my other bins. Throw your diamonds up, cause we in this bitch another again.
Photo shoot fresh, looking like wealth. I'm about to call a paparazzi on myself. Live from the Mercer, run up on Yeezy the wrong way, I might murk it. Flee in the G450, I might surface. Political refugee asylum can be purchased. Everything's for sale, got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail.
I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell. Couture level flow is never going on sale. Luxury rap, the Hermes of verses. Sophisticated ignorance, write my curses in cursive. I get it custom, you a customer. You ain't custom to going through customs, you ain't been nowhere, huh? And all the ladies in the house got them showing out. I'm down, I hit you up, man, nah.
So I'd say like throughout my whole childhood, I was like overweight for sure. Like I remember I weighed more in 8th grade than I do now. I think the most I weighed was 195, like maybe close to 200-ish. I got hurt playing basketball and I was out for a year. At that point, like basketball was like my whole personality. Growing up, a lot of my friendships were very based on sports and basketball. And not to say that it was fake, but I think that when I was like at my best playing basketball, I'd say I had a lot of friends. But once like I got hurt and didn't really have basketball around me, then a lot of the friends that I made from basketball, I did feel like not switched up a little bit, but I just wasn't as close to them, and we just didn't really have a reason to like hang out or be that close anymore. The last day of 7th grade, I can't really remember like detail by detail, but I just remember we were all together out in front of the middle school, and then I remember wanting to like do something, and then everyone just kind of like dipping, and like no one really told me the plans, and then like I just find out that like everybody's like hanging out like but me. And those are like the people that I'd say like I grew up with, like not even just from like middle school, but also from elementary school, even like before that too. After that happened, like I did like break down. So that was like pretty bad just because it was like the last day of school. And like when you're like little, like you kind of like look forward to summer. But then I started out my summer with like all my friends like not really like wanting me to be there. The last day of school and like sophomore year, I was like, I need to change. And then I showed up 30 pounds less on the first day of junior year. The way I lost my weight, like the 30 pounds in 3 months, I wasn't really like proud of it, just because like number one, I would like starve myself. Like I would eat like probably like that summer, like I wasn't eating anything pretty much. And then if I did eat, like there are a lot of times where like if I felt like I overate, I kind of like forced myself to like throw up a lot that summer. I was walking in the hallway and then like I kind of like blacked out for a little bit, and then like I kind of like slammed myself against the wall. My mom was like, what the fuck, like what are you doing? And I was like, oh, it's nothing. And then because she knew that I wasn't eating too, so I think that was one moment. And then another moment was, I think like they caught me like forcing myself to throw up one time, and then I kind of made the excuse that, oh, I just ate too much, but I didn't eat anything, or like I barely ate. So it's like those are like probably 2 times that they actually like spoke up and said something. I've always had the mentality where you can't really be sorry for yourself, because if you just sit there feeling sorry for yourself, nothing's really gonna happen. Especially for me, maybe when I was first dealing with a lot of weight issues, I felt sorry for myself, but I realized that I kind of just had to get off my ass and make a change if I really wanted to be happy. Weightlifting just built up my confidence a lot. I'd say that like obviously losing weight built up my confidence, but weightlifting and actually gaining muscle and being sort of strong, like I think those like that actually built up my confidence more than anything. I think it goes not just in the gym, but confidence that translates to a lot of other things in the real world. Just like the way I carry myself, the way I speak to people, like my interactions with people, like my friendships. I think that also like changed a lot for the better. The moment where I felt the most supported was when I was leaving to college for San Diego. Everybody that I knew from elementary to high school was there. Not only like the friends I made in high school, but also I'd say some of the people that I may have felt a certain way about when I was struggling with weight. So I'd say just having everyone there, I think was pretty nice, because I realized I was able to, number one, forgive for anyone that kind of made fun of me during that time. And it also showed that I had like a really good friend group around me. And I was gonna close off that portion of my life with positivity rather than holding on to any grudges for what anyone did to me before about my weight. At the end of that hangout, someone told me to give a speech. And then when I was giving the speech, I just completely broke down, which was weird because before that, I don't remember the last time I cried. I think it was 4 years since I cried before that. And it was just me moving to San Diego, so it wasn't even that far. But I think that kind of signified just a lot of gratitude and growth.
My brain has been pretty scrambled, I guess. I needed something to kind of ease my mind, and then think walking was the solution to that. Every day after work, I just walk for about 30 minutes, just listen to music to kind of clear my head. I also had to lose 4.5 pounds before my meet, and now I'm only down to 0.8 more pounds to lose. And walking is a pretty easy form of cardio. It doesn't get you too hungry. It's easy on your body, so I think that's the main reason why I started walking again. To be completely honest, I think I have really enjoyed working full time and just moving back home in Torrance. I feel like it's given me more of a structure in life, I guess. I know when to wake up, I know when to go to work, I know when to go to the gym, so I've been actually a lot more consistent versus when I had no structure in life, when I didn't have a full-time job. So honestly, I've been enjoying being back home. It's a lot less stressful, I'd say, and a lot less like mentally taxing too. I wasn't really fully sober the past like month-ish. I was partially sober. I drank 3 times out of the last month, which is a lot better than me drinking 3 times a week or 4 times a week. But I was able to contain myself a little more, whereas like I would like drink as much as I could before. I just drank till I was satisfied, I guess. All the work's pretty much been put in, prep's over. Now all that's left to do is lose that 1 pound that I still have to before prep. And that's pretty much it. It's time to execute, just be as confident as can be.
I woke up really early on comp day. I think I woke up at like 8 a.m. But I was trying to wake up a lot later just so I could like not have to, be tired and not have to go through that long of a period of just like not eating or drinking any water. Before my first lift, I was nervous as shit. I remember sitting there and trying to hold my composure, but it wasn't working.
Right.
I failed my third squat. I remember backstage, he just told me to stop being a bitch because I was so nervous during my first 3 lifts. I remember him telling me to just like relax. And then once I was able to relax, then he was kind of able to coach me a little more, and then it got a lot better. For some reason, right after that, I was perfectly fine. I kind of just thought to myself, ah shit, you already failed 1 lift. Like, you might as well not fuck everything else up, you know? When I was on stage, I don't remember anything. Like, I completely blacked out all 9 lifts, which is kind of weird because I thought it would be something that I would remember, but I can't really recall anything from like that day. Say I felt relieved after it was all over. It was something that was like constantly like on my mind leading up to the competition. I was also excited to celebrate after as well. For squat, I'd say that it was a little bit under, or I competed under my expectations. But for bench and deadlift, I'd say I for sure exceeded my expectations. For deadlift, I never touched anything over like 385-ish, but I hit 413, I think. And then for bench, I never hit 112.5 kilos or like 248, and I hit it in comp pretty easily too. I think I feel pretty good. I'd say for bench especially, I was having a lot of like plateaus in training. So it was pretty nice to see that it went up, and went up pretty easy too. I think I had a little more weight in me. For sure, I want to compete again. Within a year max, I want to compete again. I think that the adrenaline rush and just being on stage is something that I've never really like felt before, and I want to see where my numbers can go in the future too as well. If I didn't find fitness, I feel like I wouldn't have been the same at all. If I could say something to my younger self, it's probably just lose some weight, fat fuck. No, I'm just kidding. I would probably tell him to just like, I think the main thing I would tell him is to lose weight in a healthy way and not just completely mentally like kill yourself over it, because I think that during that time I was in like pretty like dark place. So I tell him just to take it slow and just not be too hard on yourself, I guess. My younger self will probably be pretty proud of myself now, especially knowing what I did and how much I changed. Yeah, it's, I don't think he would believe it, to be honest, because like just my mindset then versus my mindset now is like completely different. Even though I was like still a kid, I mean I was still like 15 when I was like still chunky, but I think I've grown in a lot of ways, and I feel like I've grown for the better, so he'll probably be very, very proud. So my senior quote was, I can't complain about having too much on my plate. My goal is to eat. I forgot where I found that. It was probably on Instagram or some shit. But to be honest, I just thought it was funny at first. But now I'd say that it does resonate with me, because you have to have like pretty strong aspirations for yourself. And with those aspirations, it's gonna come a lot of hard work that you need to do. So you can't have one without the other. Brandon. Nah. I guess thanks, coach. I owe him a lot more than like he knows and I know, but yeah, it's been a ride. and I'm happy we got to experience like something like that together, especially now that I'm in LA, and then now that he's gonna be moving to San Jose, we're gonna be like pretty far from each other, not see each other for a while. So I'm glad we got to like have like that shared experience together before we drifted apart after college. But my family as a whole, just like a very big like thank you, because like even though I kind of said like I was alone, I really wasn't like fully alone because I had my family. To be honest, like if I didn't have such like a strong family and like strong sense of family, it would have been pretty bad like for me mentally during that time, because like I really like was like pretty like down on myself during that time. So I'm glad that like my family was there to like kind of like help me like get past that time. Who the fuck are you? My name's Anton, 22 years old. I like going to the gym, going out with friends, drinking, going to raves. Pretty basic Asian dude, but that's me. Pretty excited to see the progress I'm gonna be. On meet day, I'm just gonna do the best I can be. Wait, what the fuck does that even mean? Why is this last final thought just so hard? Fuck, I was doing so good for a certain point too. I was in a flow state, now I'm out of it. Oh shit. I don't think I'm cool with that at all. Nice.
So, I guess walking is like the easiest form.
Hey, yo.
Get this shit in. Come on, you work for this
Appreciate the support, and then just keep watching. Stay locked in.